Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, our players are...
Hi, I'm Higgimus, Corporal First Class, and I play a Giff Fighter.
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon. He's a human fighter from an asteroid near Bral.
Hi, I'm Daikami-sama and I play Solas and I'm half-elf cleric mage.
Hi, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Bral.
Hi, I'm Kiji-kun. I play Sinrae Neo. She is an elf from the spheres.
And this is Levalithana, an elf and wild mage.
And lastly, good old Zakad. He plays Lafdul, Moonglade, a specialty priest thief. And he's feeling very mischievous today. He doesn't have a title. I really need to work on that.
Yeah, you need to always have a title. There should always be a title.
It's really hard to come up with titles every week. That's different.
I think that if you're not going to have your own title, that it's down to Discord to choose you one.
No, I'm sure Lafdul's capable of doing it. I'm not, personally.
Lafdul the Titleless.
See, even that
Very
would have
short
worked
title.
if I thought about.
We'll get you a generator.
Alright, so we left off last week. The party was doing some investigations, attempting to ascertain the cause of the disappearances, and they were going to pursue a lead heading to the Mulberry Theater, which, to remind everyone, is over here, this yellow building here, and see what you could find out. It is about 10 p.m. at night. And, yeah, so, is everyone planning to go, or are some people going to be staying behind, going back to the ship, or whatever?
Going where?
To the Mulberry Theater.
I'll head over there.
I'm
might as well.
definitely going.
Might as well.
Well, if Ockar's going, I guess I won't have to worry about sticking out, so I will go too.
I don't think a Giff would stick out on Bral. There's loads of...
Yeah.
Well, I kind of walk around with a captain's hat and dress uniform and all that sort of thing.
Tricorn hat.
It just means you're important.
Bicorn is what I wear.
I mean, Giff all pretty much always wear military uniforms, unless, of course, they're going into battle and wearing heavy armor.
They got dress uniforms as well, military dress.
Yeah.
So which way do you wear the bicorn? Do you wear it with the ends pointing to the sides or front and back?
Front and back.
Okay.
Alright, so,
Information.
you make your way over. The narrow building is the entrance. Oh, yes. Yeah, before we did that, Lafdul was curious.
I wasn't going to mention that. But,
yeah, Lafdul was curious about his propagation attempts at the plants, and I said that I'd have him roll for it. So, what is your intelligence score?
13.
13? Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a 1d20.
I think Herblizon's... regardless. I think Herblizon's rolled at a -2.
Oof.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, unfortunately, this attempt to propagate did not work. You're more used to propagating herbs than bushes.
Oh, well.
So, yeah. Now, if you'd had the agriculture proficiency, things would be a little different.
Is that an actual proficiency in this?
Yeah. Agriculture.
That's something I might pick up at some point.
Helps.
You'll have to... But...
No,
Was there something else that you were thinking of?
Yeah, there was... I want to... Because we're going to a theatre, can I, use my hat disguise to make myself dress a little bit more... formally, I suppose?
I mean, you could just wear formal clothing. You've got some, I
yeah,
believe.
But I've got my hat disguise. I don't need to change.
I think the hat of disguise does require you to do more than just... I don't know that it can just change your clothes. It can change your clothes along with your, facial appearance and stuff like that, but...
Alright, now I'll do that, because that way, in case someone recognizes me, because I'm related to the Feast God. So I'm just saying, I'm telling the rest of the party, I'm just trying out new forms.
Okay.
My hat.
So
you could,
what kind of form are you taking?
I'm just going with a half elf with a beard, slightly. A bit like our new half elf with us.
Okay.
I assume you've got a beard, if it's like a portrait. Do you? Solas?
Are you muted?
He's muted.
He's muted.
Well, he can answer later. The entrance to the building is the narrow section. There's a door in there. However, when you get there, it is closed, and there is a slate hanging out that says, it gives the ticket price of 5 silver pieces. It says when the shows are running for Illithera Silverhair. The next show is the night after tomorrow, so it looks like there was one last night. Not one this night that you're arriving, and the shows start at 7 p.m. However, it also says that they do not do ticket pre-sales.
Oh.
So you have to buy it the night of the show.
Yeah, and basically, you're kind of getting the impression that you might have to stand in line or get there early or something like that.
Oh, before we continue on too much further,
Mhm.
I need to pass out 2 new whistles
Okay.
to Solas and Sinrae. These are whistles we kind of use to like signal each other in case we get separated by a short distance. Just so, like, if you were to come in contact with something you need backup.
Sounds fair.
Okay, thanks.
So you just write those down on your character sheet. The door is closed. There are some shops on the block as well, but they're all closed due to the lateness of the hour. Looks like there might be some rooming houses and boarding houses, at least in the upper floors of some of the buildings around you as well.
Sinrae is going to sort of look around and see if there is like a stage, like a backstage door, because there usually is for theaters.
Okay, so you go around the block, and you do find that there is a back door in this little alley here.
Okay. I'm going to knock on it.
Okay.
Where's that? Can you shift ping, please, Ald?
Yeah, it's you should have already
I
been
see
there.
it.
Ah, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I see it now.
So there is a back door. It's raised up a few feet. There's a short staircase leading up to it. Whereas, like, most of the buildings around here do actually, are up like maybe a foot or so. There's 1 or 2 steps leading up to them, up to the doors, probably for water flow purposes when they summon weather on Bral to wash the streets and stuff like that. This one, however, is a bit higher than the others. You would guess that it's probably in line with the actual stage inside the building. And there are a couple other back doors in this alley, and there's also a well. Sinrae, you go up to the door and knock. However, you do not hear anything from inside. No movement, no one comes to the door.
All right. Is anybody else going with me behind to the back door?
I think Lafdul would, out of curiosity.
Leva would as well.
Did you need some muscle? Or is this a secret thing?
No, Sinrae is going to sort of look at Lafdul and Blefa and be like, "You guys don't mind keeping a watch, do you?" And she's going to
sure.
she's going to get out her lockpicks, because I don't think she
No, that's
realizes Lafdul is a thief. So
I don't know.
So, are we round this side or the back side?
Well, Lafdul and Leva were the only ones who said that they went back there with her.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm guessing that the rest of you are at the front, maybe surveying the building. It is at least 2 stories high, maybe 2.5. Compared to the other buildings, there aren't any windows there aren't any windows at all in the building. The theater itself, there are windows in other buildings surrounding you, but not in this one.
I am going to do a open locks with no armor since she's not wearing armor currently.
Okay. What is your score?
Lafdul's going to
My
try and
open
hide in
locks-
shadows.
My open locks is 50.
Okay. I actually roll.
Sorry.
It's okay. Unfortunately, the lock is a bit beyond you. In part, maybe the time pressure and everything like that. You spend about 7 minutes trying to get it, but you are not able to get that lock picked.
Damn.
How busy is the traffic around here?
Well, you're in a back alley. There is a well, but you're pretty. You're fairly visible to people moving along the street out here. So spending too much more time. It's not too busy. It is 10 p.m. And now a bit after 10 p.m. So you haven't seen anyone go by. I would assume that Lafdul and Leva were kind of like here and here-ish, just kind of keeping an eye out. And you would have alerted Sinrae if anyone was coming, and no one came in those 7 minutes. But after another minute or so, you do see a small group walking along. Perhaps it's a group of men, perhaps coming back from a evening at a tavern, walking down the street.
Sinrae, stop.
Yeah, I suppose Lafdul would have come up with a predefined signal that he would give off the Sinrae rather than saying stop.
I mean, you could
an animal sound of some description,
or you could leave the position and go over there and whisper to her. I mean, that would be fine. If you see him far enough away, then that's...
Just tap on the back. She climbed up some stairs, did she, or something? Some railing?
She's up a few feet in the air at the door, yeah.
Alright, just get her attention subtly.
Yeah, I mean, if you can whisper to her, like, you can get close enough. Like, you saw people, like, turn down the street. That's plenty of time to, duck back and warn her.
Alright, we do that then.
Sinrae slips her lockpicks back. Doors for me, she whispers back to Lafdul.
So there's no windows on the side the rest of us are on?
Correct.
I'll give it a try at the door. I also meddle in that kind of affair.
You're welcome to it.
Okay.
If you watch.
And what is your score?
I believe it's 90. 1 second. It might be 85 from armor. It goes down. Yeah, 85 from armor. Because I am wearing my armor.
Okay. Okay, this may be a bit embarrassing for Sinrae, but it takes Lafdul 2 minutes to get that lock picked, and you hear a snick as the lock opens. Let me go ahead and bring the 3 of you over. Actually, so real fast, I had made some round icons for people. Braxon and Higgimus already said they wanted them. Let me bring you guys down here so the rest of you can look at them.
I'm fine with using them if everyone else is, so I'll just go with the majority. But
Does-
otherwise, if there isn't a majority, then I'll pick the brown circle thingy.
Yeah,
I
but
like the
on the
round.
round ones we can't see the our hit points.
Well, that's
Or
because I
can we?
haven't set them up as your actual tokens. I've just put them on here so you can look at them, and I can change it so that your hit points will show up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the round.
Okay.
Mhm.
I can work with either one.
Okay. Let me go ahead. I'll probably get these set up during the break, but for now I can get the 3 of you who are back here to a map.
I need to check a spell.
What spell?
Camouflage. Got it memorized. Need
Okay.
to know how. 1 person level, I can affect 6 people.
Oh, that's pretty good.
There's 7 of us. Yeah, well, the idea was I might be using it as a cast on people so they can be on sentry while literally just camouflage to the wall.
Okay, well
if
keep in mind that only
people-
3 of you showed up. I mean, like came back here. So
Braxon's going to say to Higgimus, well, doesn't seem any way in this side. Do you want to hang around here or go look for the others?
I think I'm gonna stay here in case I see something. I think I with the whistles now, so
oops.
hopefully they'll use it if they get in trouble.
Fair enough.
If you want to go checking them out, that's fine. I think if I try to go like look around places, I'm gonna stick out.
Yeah, I might go the other way from them and see what it's like getting around.
Mm,
Hey,
all right.
Lever, your pet can carry a message, can't it? You just tie a message to it. And tell them to find Higgimus and the others.
Yes, I think it can. Can it?
Yeah.
Old?
Literally just tie a message, tell
Yeah.
it to find Higgimus.
Yeah, that's
Oh, does it? Does it recognize Higgimus?
yes.
Yeah, it's been with
Okay.
him for 2 years, or any of the group, the majority of the group. Plus, they'll be able to backtrack the scent because it's fairly recent. No, just tell them to come to us.
Okay.
Just scribble something on the paper. You write in common, so they'll be able to read common.
Haven't you learned it by now?
No, because I went down a level, remember?
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. So I write down, please come here,
Yeah.
give it to Thayan and
We've
send him off.
acquired an entrance around the back.
We have an open door here.
Well,
Which-
have we actually tried opening the door?
Did they
Wow.
go clockwise or anti-clockwise?
They would have gone around the short distance. You can see the
All right. Braxton's going to go the long distance.
Okay.
And he's going to be looking to see if there's anyone keeping an eye out, that sort of thing.
All right. Let me get everyone else's tokens over as well then.
I just realised something. Our paladins may not approve of this.
Yeah, I was wondering how you might do
I
this,
just
but
realised
it's
this.
a
Hey,
little
can
bit,
I-
little bit late now. You've already
Is it
told.
though?
Yeah, you've already told Leva to
I
send that
could
message.
ask Leva to pull it back.
Well, not really. You
No,
just
she can
say,
send
Just
a
say
mental
the
command.
door was open. It was
Yeah.
unlocked.
Yeah. we came around the back, the door's unlocked. We better go inside in case someone's robbing the place.
All right.
You could tell me to not tell the others who actually live. I
Yeah.
would probably not tell the others anyway. So there. You could bribe me. It's cheap.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Be
At
careful.
the end
Think
of the day,
about
we're
it.
investigating.
Think about it. I'll have a long talk with Ockar. Hey, Ockar.
How much did you take off her for the horse?
That's exactly what happened.
Huh?
You.
Okay. Yes.
No, whatever. Just go with it.
Okay, so Higgimus and the rest of the party, you are standing outside the entrance. And Tayan comes up, which I'm not sure if Solas has seen Tayan, but Tayan is what you would know it as a sleek, which is a small weasel or ferret-like creature. And it has a little message tied around its waist, not its neck.
Oh, what do you have here, little one? And I will pull off gently as I can, pull off the message that's written on there.
You crush Tayan in your big meaty hands.
Roll an attack roll.
By the way, I told Tayan to come back to us the same way as we walked there. So, and I add to the notes that you can follow Tayan if you want to come the same way.
All right, so open it up, read it, all that. Seems the others have found a way in.
Well, let's go.
Yep, let's go take a
Check
look
it
at
out
this.
then.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so you
I'll
should
start.
be on a new map.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Higgimus and the rest are right there, and Lafdul and the other group are right there. So that should have zoomed you to those spots.
What's that blue thing?
That is a well.
Oh, okay.
What's down the
You
well
can
now
jump
that's
down
been
it if you
drawn?
want.
What is down the well?
I said she
Usually
can
water.
jump down the well if she wants.
Right, no, yeah, but Lafdul asked what's down the well. Is that correct?
Yeah.
As far as you can tell, just water.
Would I know, knowing my... Oh. Do I know... Because how well do I know the thief tunnels, so to speak, if my people use them, so to speak? What I'm guessing to is, would I know if that might be a possible, like, thief tunnel, like, underneath, down the well, like, over the other side?
You
Is it a bit too outlandish?
You would
for
guess
us to
that you know a relative fraction of the thief tunnels.
Alright.
You don't know of any tunnels that come to this part of town, but it wouldn't surprise you.
Yeah, that's kind of why I thought of it. Yeah.
But the water level is about 10 feet down, so you think
You have
that...
to be a pretty good swimmer.
Is
Well,
there
it would
lag
either
on?
have to be underwater or you would it would be really close to the surface, which seems unusual. What were you
Is
asking?
there a
Level?
ladder going down?
No, there's no ladder.
Okay.
There is a bucket with a rope, but it doesn't even have like the crank overhead. You just toss it down and then pull the rope back up with the bucket full of water, and then pour it into whatever container you brought.
I suppose it's good to have a well nearby, next to a theatre when they start playing with fire. Arson's a terrible crime on Bral.
All right,
A couple
so
of years ago. Sorry.
that's okay. So the rest of the party, are you coming around? I think Braxon, you said you were going to go the long way.
Yeah, Braxton's going the long way, which
Okay.
I think is this way
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow after him.
Okay, Higgimus and Solas, are you going to go that way as well?
I'm gonna go this other way here.
Okay.
I think I will follow Higgimus.
Okay.
Sorry, my sound cut out. What's the plan?
We're waiting at the moment.
Well, yeah, I guess if you're waiting with the door open as opposed to going in.
I'll be going in.
Okay, so you go in first?
Yes.
Okay.
Lower followers.
Tell me to stop when I've gotten as far as you want me to go.
You can get around, that's fine.
Oh, okay, I'll just get around here.
So, is Braxton seeing anything as he walks around?
Not really, there's some people out, but not really any it looks like mostly just people either coming home from work or people going out to get a late drink or coming back from a drink or something like that.
Any watch patrols?
Not that you see right now. All right, so Sinrae, you head inside, and you were clearly backstage. You do not see. You do see a ladder leading up to a trapdoor above you. There are some discarded costumes. There are mechanisms for handling curtains and things like that. There's some spare scenery and things like that laying around. Not much else.
Level once says to Sinrae, or whispers to Sinrae, "Hey, it's better if we wait for the others. If you are alone and we get attacked, what are you gonna do?"
There's nothing up here, is there? All?
Up where?
Up this little alleyway.
I mean, there's a double door, but no, you don't see anything down there. No people.
All right.
Yeah, but it's safe to assume when we see someone, you place them on the map. We make a point of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's just some people wandering around that you don't see, you don't think are really relevant, but you don't see anything else going on.
We want all their names.
Sinrae is gonna say to Leva, "Sorry, I'm used to working alone."
All right, so
that's
you're gonna wait for the rest of the party to catch up, Sinrae?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the rest of the party does arrive and finds Lafdul, Leva, and Sinrae. Sinrae has already peeked in. She's like standing inside the doorway. The door to the backstage is open, which you would probably find rather strange that they might leave this place unlocked.
Oh, what
Solas
good
is-
fortune that they left that unlocked there.
Solas is going to inquire that is this entirely legal?
Well, if it's open, then why not?
We're trying to figure out what happened to a murder. We knocked on the front door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps
We knocked
there's
on
an
the back
accident
door as
there.
well.
There's something wrong.
Braxon will make sure there's no one following him and Ockar or coming the other way as he approaches before he heads to the door, and make sure everyone's in without anyone seeing us going.
This is all completely on the up and up.
Okay, well, I mean, if you guys want to start going in, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's.
As Higgimus walks in, he does definitely cause the raised stage to creak quite a bit.
Sinrae winces.
Yeah, Lafdul does as well. It's like, oh.
Higgimus has never been a stealthy individual.
Oh, nobody said for him not to go in. So.
Yeah, no. It's just a natural reaction more than anything else.
Yeah, it's sort of like let's hope the stage holds.
Hey, Higgimus, how about you try some tap dancing?
No, I think maybe we should keep the recitals to a different time.
You can also use Alt to move your characters so they're not fixed on the grid. The grid is just there for mostly for ease of figuring out distances and stuff like that. So you don't have to stick to it.
Braxon's going to whisper as he comes in and point at the. I take it there's a curtain like there is on modern theatres.
There is no. There's a solid back wall. This is a solid wooden wall.
Oh, right. Okay.
You can see that there are openings at either side, and
Curtain might be like that behind.
Right. Well, Braxon's going to
there's
be
an opening
as quiet
over
as
here.
possible.
There's also a ladder here.
Braxon's going to assume that there might be people on the other side of that wall. Be very quiet.
We knocked. Sinrae knocked.
Yeah, they could have just not answered the door, though.
Can I do a detect noise?
Sure. What is your score?
Stumbling
My-
going on.
It's 30.
Okay, unfortunately, the creaking caused by Higgimus and Braxon and their armor, and the armor of Ockar outside is basically all you can hear.
March, 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 march.
Any other subtle sounds might be getting, overpowered by those.
Alright, Lafdul's just going to go around and peek around the corner.
Okay. So that's clearly the front stage. You can see that there is a curtain there that is drawn open, and you can see out into the main theater. It's pretty dark though. There aren't any lights. But you can see benches in rows down below the stage and the audience area.
Can I look around the benches to see if someone's hiding behind the benches at all?
You would have to actually get down there and like peek. They're pretty densely packed. This place is definitely set up for like smushing in a crowd as close together as possible.
Braxon's going to look for rigging.
What was that, Braxon?
Braxon's going to look for rigging. He's heard theatres have rigging like rigging for sails that pull things up and down.
Yep, there is. It's all leading up to the upper level that the ladder leads to. Sinrae, you see over there that there is a set of stairs leading down into what you'd guess is a basement.
I'm sort of looking over the others and say in a hushed tone, we should probably check down, considering.
Very well.
Does everyone want to go down?
I will check up this
Lev,
ladder as they're making their way down.
You're going to climb up the ladder?
I'll follow along.
Yeah, I just want to see if anyone's up there.
Flank,
Just try to be reasonably subtle if I can.
Okay, so...
I mean, if I'm being outplayed by the general noise, then I don't have to be subtle.
Well, I mean, you still might want to be subtle. There is a closed trap door that you would have to lift up and stick your head up.
Could I check the hinges to see if they creak a lot?
You can't really see, so you'd have to, like, carefully lift it up. Is that what you want to do? To see if they creak? Or squeak?
Yeah.
Okay. They seem pretty well oiled. They do not make a noise as far as you can tell, as over just a short distance. Do you actually want to go up there, or do you just want to, like, lift it enough to stick your head up and look around?
Yeah, lift my head up to look around.
Okay. So you stick your head up. You can see more rigging, some sandbags for changing scenery and stuff like that. This is clearly the upper level, and you can also see a table and some stools to your right, which you would guess are where some stagehands would sit when they're not needed for plays and the like. There is a walkway above the audience area, leading to a further spot towards the front of the building. You can't really see much beyond that. There's basically a solid fence, low fence of about 2 feet high, surrounding the spot that's open to the audience below.
Alright.
But you don't see anyone up there.
No, fine.
Can we smell
Close
anything?
it back down.
Do you smell anything?
Doesn't try to smell things.
No, I meant in general. Can we smell anything?
There, from the audience area, there's definitely the kind of a stale smell of packed people. Back here, it mostly smells like cloth and fabric and paint.
Fair enough.
It's all fairly old, so you don't think that there's like Obviously, they haven't run a play in a few weeks, at least.
Few weeks.
Yeah, an actual play.
Oh.
Because
might just-
Illithera Silverhair is, the only thing that's running at the moment. Her musical performances.
Never mind.
All right.
No, carry on. Whoever is taking the lead on this, I guess.
So, Sinrae, you want to lead everyone downstairs?
The people that were going with me will descend the stairs.
Okay, who's going down? Is anyone staying up here to wait?
I'll go down.
Leo
I'm
goes down.
staying up. I'm looking out the door, and I'm keeping it fairly closed, like slightly ajar, maybe.
I'll follow Higgimus.
Yep, Leo too, she goes down.
Which way does the door open?
Which door?
This door. So if it was closed,
Sorry, I swapped screens. What door?
Does it open like that way?
The front door? Or the back
that
door?
This.
It opens out.
So that way out.
Yeah. So
that makes my all right.
Yeah, so you
no
would not
point.
be able
I
to
must just leave it closed.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to leave it just a crack open and get a good view of anyone walking by the alley.
Is this door latchable? Does it have a latch? How is it locked?
It had a normal lock on it. Internal
There's
lock.
no way to.
You can lock it from the inside easily with just a bolt.
Oh right, yeah. Then I
doesn't need a key on the inside.
No, I just close the door. I wouldn't lock it.
Okay. So you're staying up. Is anyone else staying up?
Braxon will look at Lafdul and see if he looks like he wants company. Otherwise, he'll go down.
No, I say I'm just the. If I hear a load of people, I'll let you know.
Braxon gives the thumbs up.
Sinrae is going to put her hood up as she goes down the stairs.
Okay. Everyone else kind of sees Sinrae pull the hood of her gray cloak up over her head, and her outline seems to get a little bit blurry and almost fade into the background of the wall. All right, so everyone but Lafdul is going downstairs?
Correct.
Okay. Then who is following Sinrae down immediately? Who's going second?
Well, Leva was already behind her, so she follows.
Okay.
Braxton's not going to go in the lead because he clunks.
Can I? Let me just check my spell.
So who's third?
I guess I will be.
Okay. The stairs are quite tight for you, Higgimus, just so you know.
Have we got any Vaseline?
Oh, I'm not wearing my armor, Old.
Okay.
Oh. Got a shield?
Yes.
Alright, so you find yourselves down here. The rest of the party will come out as, there is space made, shall I say.
I'll be the fourth one.
Okay. So, Sinrae, it's pretty dark down here. There are no, lamps on, torches burning, candles burning, nothing like that. You can see fairly well with infravision. This is clearly a storage room. You see a number of doors and some racks with clothing hanging from it, various costumes. There's a small round table with some benches and some crates. The top crate is, the lid is not secured, and you can see more cloth inside there. There are also props, standing out, bits of scenery, that sort of thing. Clearly all from old theater productions.
Is there anything that looks like it's been moved more recently or moved a lot, like scrapes on the floor or anything?
The place is fairly clean, so you're not seeing dust. You're not seeing much else. The stones are pretty smooth. You don't see any obvious scrapes.
Okay. I'm going to move a bit further into the room, mostly so other people can get in.
Okay, let me just move you guys up a bit. I'm going to assume that Braxon, you're bringing it up the rear.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just put Higgimus there. So now everyone's on the map. Lafdul is still upstairs.
What did I miss?
You missed going down to the basement.
Okay.
Just sort of look at the others. I guess we should start checking some of these doors. Doesn't seem anything out of the ordinary so far. This might have turned out to be a red herring after all.
Is there any traps down here? You think?
Well, I can check.
Where are you
will
going to
do
search
that.
for traps?
The general area and probably the doors.
Okay, so like this entire open area?
Yeah.
Alright, that's going to take you a little while. Is everyone else just going to wait for her to finish her circuit?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes for 10 feet or something, isn't it?
For a 10-foot square, yeah. So
You're going to be there for a long time to search for traps.
Could we get Lafdul down to half the time?
I mean, you could.
I'll just check the doors then.
I don't think it would be. You're playing your character, so.
Yeah. What is your find remove trap skill?
25.
Oh, so
I'm the worst person to be down here.
Yeah, there aren't too many traps in her line of work.
Yeah.
See the courier.
I'm a very bad thief.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
one.
true, because Lafdul would be very amused by it. He's not there.
Alright, you do not find any obvious signs of traps on any of the doors. You have not opened any of the doors in the process. You have not.
I'm going to look at the group and be like, well, searching for traps isn't something they tend to come across a lot. If we really want to be sure, we should probably get down Lafdul.
I'll assume you ended up there.
He seems to be a bit better at this sort of thing than I am.
Oh, I figured it was just because you're elves.
Yes, all
small
elves.
eyes could see things better.
Yes.
Small.
Completely. That is completely it.
Now, keep in mind, Braxon, Ockar, and Higgimus, it's very dark down here. You really can't see a whole lot. Like, vague shapes moving around.
I suppose Braxon could get his lantern out.
That would illuminate.
Yeah, that would brighten up the whole area.
What's the proceeding of act? I mean, who's acting first? Is people going up to see me first, or is Braxon opening out his lantern?
I don't think anyone has actually said that they're doing either of those.
No, Braxton's not said he's going to do that.
You're thinking about it.
He's thinking about it and thinking about it would draw people into our area. We haven't cleared the building. And he doesn't really want to have a fight with people that might not be dodgy.
So, Lafdul, upstairs, what are you doing? Are you just, like, at the door, kind of, like, trying to listen out if anyone comes to the door?
Pretty much just listening.
Okay.
Just being very quiet, standing against the door.
Okay. You do not hear anything outside of the, through the door outside at the moment.
So did we
Can I
turn
look
around?
through the keyhole?
Did we turn around when we went down those stairs?
No.
It was just straight down.
Yeah.
So this isn't underneath the stage?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
This is like where the cast hangs out usually, I would assume.
Right. So there's 4 doors under the stage. and another door at the other side.
I mean, it's not. Doesn't perfectly line up. You would guess that the stage is something like here.
Right.
Not here.
Yeah. Well, Braxon's going to assume there might be some sort of secret compartment under the stage for people to go up and down, because he's heard of that sort of thing in theatres.
Alright, so you want to look at the ceiling, see if there's anything unusual?
Could do, but it might be in the other rooms. He's also wondering, he's going to say, do you think there's an entrance to the underbrow here?
Probably.
I'm gonna say
If I was there.
very likely.
I mean, it's very, very dark. Ockar getting over to where he is definitely jammed his leg up against the that table and
You know what?
almost tripped over the stool.
I'm gonna take a torch out of my backpack and light it.
Okay.
Oh.
You've got light stones and you choose a torch.
I don't have light stones on my character.
Higgimus, when he sees you doing that, will be like, it's kind of cramped in here. Why don't you use this? And I'll hand him the continual light stone.
You
that
wouldn't have
Levalithana-
actually.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
like
then
you
I'll
wouldn't
use that.
see him do that until he actually lights it.
You
No.
start hearing. Well, you would announce that, I'd assume. You wouldn't just suddenly do
I'm
it.
gonna say I'm gonna light a torch.
Why don't
Wow.
you use this instead? And I'll pull out the continual light stone.
Yeah.
Because I don't have
Right.
one of those. I'll take that one though.
Braxton's going to say, we need to be careful not to set light to the theatre.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll hold
Get
up the
it.
continual light stone as my light source.
It would be
You
pretty
get the
hilarious.
You get the death penalty on Bral for starting fires.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's
and
not
this
burn the
whole place is
down.
illuminated now, so there's no need to be subtle anymore, because whoever's here probably knows we're here now.
I'm not
Yeah.
so sure.
With the continual light stone in hand, I'm gonna check this northern door.
Okay. So you open that door, and it reveals a chamber filled with more crates. Looks like under some of the crates there might be an old desk, but for now it's basically just being used as a storage room.
Okay.
Sinrae is starting to think this is a giant red herring, but she's going to cautiously check the door in front of her.
Okay. You open that, and you find that it is a dressing room. Give me a second there. So up against the back wall is a wardrobe, and against the wall to your left as you come in is a small basic dressing table.
Braxon's going to have a look around the crates to see if there's dust on the floor and whether it lines up with the crates or whether it looks like crates have been moved and put back.
The floor is pretty free of dust. It does seem like as much as this place gets, just kind of like stuff piled everywhere, it does look like they keep it clean. You're not seeing any marks from rats gnawing on
Probably
anything.
janitor.
So it seems like they do a good job of keeping it clean. It's just cluttered.
How about that little room that Ockar found? Is there any dust around those crates?
Yeah, I'll look at the crates for dust.
Not really, not that you can see. It's a little bit more. I mean, there is some more, but it's pretty light. Like you'd guess that.
I'm going to start moving the crates.
Okay, so you start shifting crates around. And are you looking for anything in particular, or?
I'm looking for any hidden switches or things like that that might lead to,
The
some
obvious
kind of
evil
passage.
dungeon beneath the theatre.
Okay.
Can I send out Tayan to see whether he notices anything, smell or see?
Where do you want to send him?
at the moment to go with Ockar.
Okay. So Ockar is moving crates. The crates are pretty light. None of the, they appear to be mostly filled with old costumes and props. So nothing terribly heavy. And they're not secured very well. So like they're not just nailed shut kind of thing. They're just kind of clamped on kind of thing. You can easily open up the crates and glance inside kind of thing.
Braxon's going to get down on the floor, and when Ockar lifts up a crate, he's going to look underneath it, see if there's a trapdoor.
Okay, and Tan is sniffing around that room as well. Sinrae and Solas, you've moved to these two doors. You want to look inside those rooms?
Yeah, I will
Yes.
look inside that room and expect the owl to put the owl bear in there.
Owl bears. Normal
Uh,
and deadly.
Both of these rooms are dressing rooms. Again, there are wardrobes standing up against the walls and dressing tables against the walls as well.
Okay. I will check the door next.
Okay.
Sweet.
That is clearly a latrine.
Thought so.
And if you check the next one,
Latrine!
that is also a latrine.
Or is it?
Turns out there's a hidden door underneath the toilet.
What is connected to a well? Is it a water-based latrine? Or is it a bucket-based one?
It does connect to sewer lines.
So if these latrines were ripped out, in theory, you could get to the well.
Probably not the well,
No.
because
No,
that would be really gross.
Yeah, it would be
It would
gross.
be really unsanitary.
So this place
So don't what
all
Lafdul's
has
done the
plumbing.
last couple of days, you know.
But no, so I was looking through the Rock and Brawl material, and some places do have running water, so there is going to be water lines and sewer lines on Brawl. Probably a lot of it is taking advantage of old dwarven tunnels and beholder tunnels and illithid tunnels and even
I
older
can
tunnels
imagine
and stuff
some
like
pissed
that,
off
so.
courts being, don't use our ancestral tunnels for your sewage.
Yeah, tunnels are tunnels. But yeah, so those are both latrines. They do go to sewer lines. You would guess that at various intervals, water is flushed through those to just clean them out. But it doesn't smell like they've been flushed within the past couple weeks, which is fairly normal.
I suppose with us being on the low city, we would be below Lake Bral. So gravity would make all this work, wouldn't it?
I don't think the water level is quite that high. And you're
Right.
in the middle city.
Oh, right, okay.
Sinrae's going to sigh and sort of look at everybody else. I don't think there's anything here. This was a red herring.
I won't know until I've searched the entire crate room.
I mean, Silverhair could still be involved, but I think the theater is... Unless Lafdul has found something interesting upstairs, this is pretty normal theater.
What are these things right here?
Those are wardrobes.
Can I look behind us?
You
Tip
can
it a little bit and look behind.
You can try shifting it. You want to try shifting it?
Okay. Yes, please.
It feels attached to the wall as you try to move it.
Mm.
Probably to prevent it from tipping over.
Oh.
If you go inside it, you'll find yourself transported to Narnia space.
You'll see a lamppost and a satyr.
All these wardrobes were put together by IKEA. They've been mounted to the walls.
I tried moving it just a little bit, not just to see if they can be moved, like or turned or rotated.
That one is pretty solidly connected to the wall. It doesn't seem to really
Okay.
budge.
not
You
on
feel like
Giff.
if you really tried it, it would probably like damage it.
Why don't you
Let's
try
try
the
this
one that
one.
looks like it? Yeah, that one.
That one is also pretty solidly connected to the wall.
Okay. And it
What the-
doesn't try doing like a rotation type thing, one side, the other side.
It's smack dab in the corner, so it doesn't rotate. Like there's no room for it to rotate.
Okay.
What about this shelf?
To the north of you.
Yeah.
That is holding various props. So they're like prop swords, painted wood, painted crowns. You see a turtle head mask thing that was probably for some production or another. Nothing out of the ordinary. Do you want to try shifting it like Higgimus is doing?
Nah, I doubt I can do that.
Can I open up the inside of this thing?
Sure.
All right.
There are quite a few costumes hanging there.
How about the back panel? Is that movable at all on that?
What are you trying
Can
to
I
do?
feel? I'm trying to see if like there's a latch or if the back panel swivels or anything like that.
Okay. It feels pretty solid, like it's up against stone.
Mm-hmm.
So you do not feel it shifting or moving at your touch.
Okay, and it doesn't feel hollow or anything like that.
You're gonna knock?
Yeah, lightly.
What are you gonna use to knock?
My knuckle.
Okay. You don't think that it's hollow, at least knocking with your knuckle. It could be hollow and you just didn't knock it with something hard enough. I mean, it sounded like you're trying to test it without alerting anything that may be behind there.
Oh.
So that's kind of
Well,
what I was.
If doing that doesn't give me like a good enough ability, I'll pull one of my dagger handles and use the handle to check.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds hollow.
Ooh.
Hey, Braxon, could you look at this for me?
Yeah, sure.
Should check the
When I
wardrobe.
knock on this with my dagger handle, here, listen to this, and I'll tap again.
Okay. It does sound hollow.
Could you check to see if like there's a way to get if there's something going on with this?
We could try tipping some water on the floor and seeing when it disappears. Or we could try to see if there's a way to move it. Braxon's going to very gently rub his fingers around the edges of the wood, see if there's a join.
The edges of the wood, you don't feel anything like that. Nothing like the wood of the wardrobe itself doesn't seem to have a joint in it.
Right.
I'm going,
He's wondering
going-
if the back of the wardrobe could be a door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
So-
to peek my head in. Do you guys find something?
Well, we're wondering if this the back of the wardrobe is a door into another room. So I was looking to see if it looked like there was a hinge down one side, but if there is, it's concealed.
Is it hollow?
Sounds.
Sounds like it.
How are the clothes hung up in there?
Not in any kind of order or anything like that. They're not like pushed to the side. They're across the whole thing.
But they're on a clothes rail.
Yeah.
Braxon's going to say, well, maybe if we gently lift up the clothes rail, it's a lever that opens the back.
Or twist it or something?
Or
Yeah,
lift
and
the
it-
hooks?
All right, let's try that.
Okay. It seems pretty solid in there.
There's going to be 3 of us in the wardrobe, which will fall apart from the weight.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that you're not
she's
actually
still outside
in
the
it.
door.
I'm assuming that you're standing in the, still in the room with the doors open and poking around in it, kind of thing.
What's inside the wardrobe? Is it wood or floor?
It's wood.
So Braxon's gonna kneel down on the floor and see if that part lifts up or anything.
It does not, but there is about like 6 inches between the floor and the bottom of the wardrobe.
Uh-huh.
Try sticking your dagger between it. See if you hit stone.
I mean, you can get your hand under there. Whether it's a pretty deep wardrobe though, so you're not sure if you could like touch the stone wall behind it.
Oh, Braxton's got a stick that gets long.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't even need to make it long to get under there. I was just saying that you couldn't touch the back thing with your arm. It's a little bit too deep for that.
Hey, Sinrae, why don't you get in there and look with your small elven eyes? See if there's like a secret entrance or something that way.
I'll give it an attempt, but this is not my forte. I read messages. You might need the Lafdul for this.
Yeah, well, you got little small elven hands. Maybe you can find something.
Sinrae sort of looks like it just gives like a deep breath of like.
Braxton's gonna use button 3 to make an extending spear, and then
you don't have room in this room.
Sinrae, you get used to it.
Can't you make a really short spear?
It's still gonna be like 8 feet long, or I mean, no, I suppose you can make it like 5 or 6 feet long. But you're still looking at a 10-foot square room. Now there's 2 people in there, and there's a big wardrobe in the back.
Sinrae is actually going to climb into the wardrobe to check.
Okay. Well, I think Higgimus was asking you to look under it. Is that?
I'll look under it.
Both,
and then look
all over the place. I'm gonna look to see if like any candlestick holder things are on the wall.
There are
or other types of things.
We're suddenly in a murder mystery.
So what do you want to do first? Get in or look under?
Look under.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Ooh.
Intelligence.
And score. Where did you go, score?
Just roll a d20.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then look. I mean, we know roughly where the score is going to be, so.
This is gonna be something where Higgimus gets tired of waiting and leans back in the chair and it opens.
Yeah. Remember.
Yeah, but there's no Indiana Jones to fall down the resulting spiral staircase.
Remember, if you make an intelligence check and it's a critical fail, your brain falls off.
So was that success or not? With the 11?
Well, her intelligence 15, so.
Okay. You believe that there is more depth underneath the wardrobe than the wardrobe itself. It's pretty shadowy and everything like that, and even with infravision, you're not picking up edges very well because pretty much everything is the same temperature. But you believe that there is more depth down there than the wardrobe.
Check the bottom of the wardrobe. See, there's a secret door there.
She's going to.
If Sinrae says that to the group, then you could have that idea, yeah.
She's going to let Braxon know that there seems to be more under there than there should be. I'm going to check inside the wardrobe, but see if she knows it left off.
So maybe if you lift this up, it could be a staircase.
You only let Braxon know, or the others as well?
Well, I'm going to just sort of turn and speak to the people, so anybody that's just outside the door could hear me as well.
Braxon say Tayan could go down there.
All
right. Maybe the wardrobe has a false bottom?
I sent Tayan in.
Okay. So you send Tayan into the room, and as he gets close to the wardrobe, he balks, and you get the sense from him that there is a bad smell coming from that.
Oh,
I let the others
Ooh.
know there's something bad there. He doesn't want to go then.
okay.
Okay,
Brax-
Sinrae,
Braxton
check
says-
the bottom. Check the base of the wardrobe to see if the bottom is false and can be lifted up. Otherwise, we're gonna have to pick up this wardrobe.
She's gonna say, "I'll give it a check," but again, I think you should get Lafdul.
Well,
he might be.
you start working. I'm gonna go upstairs and find Lafdul.
All right, and she's going to start. She's actually going to climb inside to start checking.
Okay.
What Braxton's going to say?
I'm gonna head upstairs to go find Lafdul during this.
Braxton's going to say, "Hang on, maybe this lifts up. The thing you're standing on."
Okay. Real fast. Ockar, what are you going to tell Lafdul when you get upstairs?
I'm gonna tell him that we found something underneath. We found a hidden space underneath one of the wardrobes, and I want him to come help check it out and see if there's any way to access it without lifting up the entire wardrobe.
Can Braxton look to see if the bottom of the wardrobe is physically part of the wardrobe?
You can in a moment. Lafdul, how are you going to respond to Ockar telling you this?
I'm not sure how to respond to this. I was like, oh, okay. I just shrug. I haven't heard anyone come. I go downstairs.
Okay.
Do you want me to take over your watch here, or?
Can do, I guess.
Yeah, I'll stay up here to keep an eye on things while he heads down.
Alright. Okay, so, Braxon, you've asked Sinrae to get back out of the wardrobe, and you're going to try lifting it?
Yeah. But he's trying to see that the middle section is not physically attached to the wardrobe, that there is a way to lift up part of it or all of it. So maybe if you push your hands underneath, you can take the floor up or something like that.
It
Maybe
doesn't.
there's some sort of catch.
It doesn't seem like it budges. You don't feel it moving as you try to lift it.
Right.
Is this cabinet physically attached to the floor?
The one that you've just gone over to?
No, where they're at. I
Um,
was
they're-
just moving my character somewhere.
They think it is.
Is it actually nailed? Can someone lift it above the ground? Can Higgimus lift it off the ground?
Well, Braxon was trying it, and he couldn't get it to budge.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he's also trying not to break it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Braxton says, Sinrae, can you find any hidden catches underneath it?
I can try.
I think there might be latches and it's a door and it lifts up.
Lafdul's going to search in here for some kind of latch or something through the wardrobe's latrine.
That's not
in
the
the
latrine.
latrine.
That's not the latrine.
Yeah. Is there a seat?
That is that's like a dressing table.
Alright.
I had a limited amount of furniture items to choose from.
I search around the dressing table for the connecting room for
Latrines were the ones that were closest to the stairs.
Yeah. Are you what kind of searching are you doing, Lafdul?
I'm looking for levers. I'm pushing stone bricks.
Okay, nothing seems to move, but in the process, the wall does sound hollow behind that. Behind that room.
As in straight south?
Yeah.
Or underneath?
Not underneath, behind.
Can I go over here? Does it sound hollow from over here?
It does.
Over here?
It does. It does.
Those two are latrines, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can I check the latrine wall, the back wall, for any movable stones?
It seems pretty solid stone.
on like all of them as they're doing whatever I give
Yeah,
for each room.
it seems pretty solid. You don't see any, no stones move under your touch. You just, in the process, realize, they sounded hollow to you. So Braxon and Sinrae, what are you trying to do? Searching underneath, looking for a hidden catch on the bottom underside.
Yes.
Okay. It feels pretty smooth. You don't feel any knobs or anything that you can push.
I'm going to let Braxon know that, and then I'm going to get into the wardrobe and check in there for any latches.
Oh,
and then I'll check the wall.
Try closing the wardrobe while you're in it. It might open up when it's closed.
Oh.
That's a very good idea. Sinrae will try that first.
Goodbye, Sinrae.
This when she
Sinrae's
drops through the floor.
Maybe we've ever seen Sinrae. Maybe we should send Braxon first.
Well, she's already in there.
Yep.
So Sinrae, no, she's already in there. She said that she's trying it.
I'm already going to Narnia.
So you get in, you close the doors, and nothing happens.
Oh.
I come out of the closet. Well, that didn't work. I'll check for any latches.
Maybe it is only openable when it is closed, though. I don't know.
It's only openable when it's closed.
Yeah, from the inside. Maybe as you close the door, it opens up a compartment inside or something.
Are there handles that turn on the outside of the wardrobe?
No, they're just fixed handles.
Right.
So
and when it's closed, they don't lock or latch. They just close and rest against the the inside of the frame.
I'll tell you what, I am really missing my ring of X-ray vision.
I also asked Tayan a bit closer about this very, very bad smell. Does he recognize anything?
He does not, but he does smell it as a predator. Like, that's the sense that you're getting. It's this is the smell of a dangerous predator.
Okay, I'll let the others know. I turn to Sinrae and say, you might want to let Braxon go the next time.
This is when we realise the wardrobe's a mimic and it eats us.
I'm pretty sure it would have done that already, and it probably would have been eating some various members of plays over the course of a few years.
That's where they feed the bad actors too.
Yeah, so the actor disposal.
Does Sinrae find any latches or anything as she searches the inside?
No,
Can we move?
But you do think that you find a seam that is unusual. It runs from the top to the bottom, and it's a little bit wider than you would expect of just boards.
Oh.
Can we actually move the wardrobe?
No, at least not that you...
Check the seam that's very apparently apparent.
Yes, I'm going to test it with my dagger.
Like, stick the dagger in?
Yeah.
It's not quite that big. It's just that,
okay.
like, you know the feel of two boards put together, next to each other in wooden construction, and this is a little bit more of a gap, but it's not enough to get your dagger in there.
Okay.
And you've been trying to move the wardrobe without breaking it, and it does not move under that amount of force. Breaking it would be very noisy.
I hold Tayan up to that seam and have him smell it from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, he's definitely his hair is on end. He is making little snarking sounds of and you're definitely sensing fear from him.
Okay.
So whatever this thing is a changeling of some kind, maybe.
Maybe it's dangerous. Tayan is very clear. Tayan is very clear that it's a predator. So we may prepare ourselves. We may want to prepare ourselves for a fight once we get this open.
Can I get it open?
Yes, Lafdul?
Can you do anything without the seam? That's all.
She wasn't able to get. I mean, she can't get her fingers in, and she wasn't able to get a dagger blade in very deep. So. Like if you have other ideas on something to get in there.
Maybe
I have
there's
the
another
chisel.
Yeah, I've got tools, but
Would she be able to get her anything from her lock picking kit in?
Yeah, they're really, really
Lockpicks
small.
would go in, but
Just to sort of see if she can, if there's like a latch that she can flip with it or something that's hidden in the.
they usually
thing.
have like really long torture branches.
I wonder, the wardrobe isn't the full width of the room.
No.
If we could lift up this side gently until this side here.
every
leans off this
attempt
wall.
to move it, this is attached to the wall.
Right.
So you've realized that it's attached to the wall. To move it would be to destroy it, basically. You've come to
Yeah.
that
I wonder if
conclusion.
it's a magic. How would I know about the mechanics of my Noxbet if I know there's a secret?
Mechanics of what?
Of using my Noxbet, I have to be aware of it being a secret door there. I can't just not know.
I think you have to know how the mechanism works.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like, you
Could
have to be able to
Braxon-
see the mechanism, you have to be able to see the lock kind of thing, you have to see the knot, or at least truly know it's there. Just knowing that there is a possible opening here is not enough. You have to, like, it really is for opening locked doors, not just a panel that you don't know how it opens. It's not going to work on that. I'm gonna rule it that way.
How high was the wardrobe?
How high is the wardrobe?
Yeah.
It's about 6 feet high.
I mean, in the way that has anyone seen on the top of it?
No one has actually. Higgimus can look over it.
Higgimus can see on top. It seems devoid of anything. It's flat. It looks like you could definitely put boxes up there, but there isn't anything up there.
Can Braxton see how the wardrobe's fixed to the wall?
Not really.
Because presumably the person that put this in, there must be some way to disassemble it, to repair it or get it out.
Leva thinks it might be magical, so she casts detect magic.
Okay.
Wild Surge, Fireball, and Close Space all party die.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic, and you're gonna look in that door and look over
Yes.
the wardrobe.
Yes.
You are not detecting any magic. The cloak that Sinrae is wearing is detecting as magical, and of course, other items of the rest of the party is detecting as magical.
Sinrae,
You know.
what's that cloak you have there?
Well, you
One of
kind of
pistols.
realized that was had some sort of special properties when you saw her kind of blend into the wall
Yeah.
earlier.
You mean
Sinrae
couriers
is-
doesn't do that naturally?
Yes, couriers naturally blend into the backgrounds. Sinrae is going to check the stones along this wall, and she's going to call to Lafdul and say, Lafdul, you might have better luck in here.
I can have a look. I look to where she points.
There's definitely something back there. But I can't find how to get this open. Do you want to give it a try?
Would spellcraft find anything?
Well, you
think there
didn't
might be a
detect any magic,
staircase.
so no, spellcraft wouldn't find
Okay.
anything magic. I mean, that's for magic and
Yeah,
spells.
sure.
Braxton says to left door, I think there might be a staircase down under the rope. I've tried lifting it up, but I can't find a door to lift up the
You
bottom.
said that there's a panel in there that looks at a place.
There was a seam.
A seam.
So you're gonna are you
So
gonna,
if
do you want
I
to go in
go
the
inside, close doors, and look at the seam.
Yeah.
Does the seam change in any way when the doors are closed?
No.
No.
And Sinrae, I think you said that you were sticking your lockpicks in. You didn't find any catch. They did go in pretty deep though.
Yeah, she's currently testing the stones around where she's standing for anything.
Could there be a connection to the upper floor?
Yeah, that could be. They are
Leva goes upstairs. While she still has to detect magic.
Maybe. Maybe one of the ropes are. It might be activated above. It would make sense if something has to pull up a door or something. It would have to be pretty heavy mechanism.
All right, so you go upstairs. Ockar is listening at the back door. Do you want to go out to the front of the stage and look over the room?
Yes.
Okay. You do detect magic from 2 objects in the rafters, the upper level of the theater.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I see what type of objects they are?
No, it's dark.
Wow.
Just go up.
But you don't detect any
You're an
magic
adventurer.
from the lower level, like the benches or the floor or anything like that.
Do I see? Is there a continuation of the same upstairs?
You're not exactly sure where those are. I mean, you have a general idea, but you don't have an exact idea. And the walls are wooden, so you're not seeing any stone. The floor is wooden too.
Mm-hmm. I take Tay and I ask him to search for that weird smell to see whether he can smell anything upstairs.
He on the main level, or are you climbing up the ladder?
First on the main level and then upstairs on the up the ladder.
Okay. Are you waiting for him to finish that? Okay. Because your spell is probably going to expire before he's finished.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs so that I have both detect magic in both rooms, upstairs and in the middle room.
Okay,
but then I go with Tayan.
All right. So do you want to climb up to the upper level, up the ladder, and see what the magic items are, magic emanations are? Okay.
Yes.
You get to the devices, and they're covered in heavy, thick, black fabric.
Okay. Let's see. Normally I have Tayan in my backpack, so I take him out. I show it to him. What does he think about that?
He has no real thoughts. He doesn't. It just.
Well, what does he smell?
Human.
Is that it?
Normal stuff. He's not giving you any sense of anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. So we go one down.
You're
to the
not
middle
going to move the cloth?
I'm going to call Ockar. Ockar!
You're stealthy party.
Yeah. To be fair, none of them are thieves, so they don't know subtlety.
All right, Ockar, you hear Leva call out to you fairly loudly from the upper level.
I'm gonna head over.
Because he probably hears this.
So you're gonna climb up the ladder? Or do you want to be on the lower level talking up to her through the opening?
I'd rather not make too much noise, so I'm gonna head over.
Well, right.
You're an arm, aren't you?
I need a backup, I think.
Do you want to climb the ladder and be on the upper level, or do you want to speak to her through the opening? She is on the upper level now.
I plan to climb up to the upper level.
Okay. Thank you.
I found some weird things here, and I want to uncover them.
Okay. Do you want me? What do you want me to do?
Jump in front of me if I'm attacked.
Or how about you move downstairs and I uncover them?
Well,
no.
If they do explode, I have a higher chance to survive.
Oh, I'm not worried about exploding. I'm more worried about magic stuff.
Well,
anyway, I take off the cloth.
Okay. You pull the thick black cloth off of one of the 2 objects that are up there, and bright light shines forth, almost blinding you. There's objects with kind of a silvery mirrored dish and what's clearly a continual light source centered on it, and it creates a shaft of light beaming down onto the stage.
Oh, interesting. I do the same with the second one.
Yep, and it's the same thing. Another shaft of light beams down onto the stage.
Oh, this explains how they have spotlights during the performances.
Mm-hmm.
We found the spotlights.
Yep. So we
You
go
might
to
want to cover those back up.
All right, we cover them back.
All right.
Did that change anything downstairs?
It did not. And that is definitely what
Okay.
was detecting as magical up there.
Okay. So I go down to the middle room, and I let Tayan go. Ask him to search for any areas that might smell of the predator that he smelled downstairs.
He indicates that there are so many overlapping smells that he has a very difficult time finding anything. He's smelling. It's hard to, he doesn't think in, concrete words and ideas, but you kind of get a flood of individuals. Like he's smelling many, 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 many different individuals, and he can't really make anything out of the jumble.
I bribe him with ham.
This is it doesn't matter. He can't. Like literally, hundreds of people have been through here just in the last week alone.
That may be true, but have they all gone? Have they all gone along the vaults?
Yeah. Because the benches are there in the middle. The only way to get to the benches is to go along the walls.
Okay.
All right. So
well.
real fast back to Lafdul. You want to check this seam and compare it to the other wardrobes?
Yeah, to see if it's significant.
Those other wardrobes do not have a similar seam.
Could I use engineering?
Oh, you're an engineer.
Well, I was thinking if I could use engineering to think about how the mechanism to open it would work.
Do you want to go into the wardrobe and take a look?
I'm going to take a look.
Okay, give me an engineering check.
Okay. Just a moment. Okay, it's there.
Okay, thinking about it and examining the seam and everything like that, you think that it probably does open out towards you.
Okay.
But you would kind of guess that since no one's found anything obvious so far, you think that it may be a one-way door, and it has to be open from the other side.
Okay, so I tell my thoughts to the party.
Like it's entirely possible that you guys have just missed whatever opens it, but it's also definitely possible, given how long you've been looking, that it's only openable from the other side with a latch. Now you've probably been spending. It's probably about 11:30 now, with all the time that you've spent in here.
Have you guys tried lifting it?
Yeah,
I think we should search the rest of the place. We can come back to this place. I think with what Solas has mentioned, that might make sense. Yeah.
So, hold on. The inside this thing here. So we tapped it. It seems like it's hollow. Looks like there's more of a depth to it than there should be. Is there a section where I can get my crowbar in, Old?
No, the seam is not big enough for that.
No.
How about this then? If it was deconstructed at least partially, could Braxon repair it?
Probably not. He's a ship carpenter, not a furniture carpenter.
Yeah.
Or is there?
Well, I was looking to see whether there's a way to disassemble it, and I couldn't find any.
I mean, most furniture is made to be permanent, and well, not most, but like a lot of furniture is permanently constructed. You're not supposed to break it down. Like you would make something specifically designed to be broken down.
It's usually destroyed after it's used up.
Yeah.
Or you make IKEA furniture and you can just take it apart if you want to.
Are we sponsored by IKEA this week?
I'm going to go up because there's a lot more areas we need to search.
All right, here I'm going to shut the door. Old.
You're going to break it, are you?
And I'm going to pull off. I'm going to pull off a section of that wood.
Or
All right, hold on. You're closing the doors to the wardrobe.
to the room here.
Oh, okay. All right, the door to the room, and then pull off a piece of the wood.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of put my coat at the on the floor over where the threshold is to kind of dampen the sound a little bit.
Braxon's going to say the panel they found was at the back of the wardrobe.
Wouldn't it make more sense to saw it off? Wouldn't that be quieter?
Yeah, I'm just gonna rip it off.
All right, what piece of wood are you ripping off? I mean,
okay, so there's probably the front bit, right?
Yeah, you got the front doors.
There's the front doors, and then you said that it was deeper, so I'm gonna try to rip off a portion.
So
of handling
real fast. So the wardrobe is the doors are about 6 inches off the ground. Sinrae looked under there and thinks that it's deeper going back, not deeper going down.
Deeper going back. Okay. In that case, I'm going to try to pull off the back paneling.
Hang on.
Get my fingers around it.
You said 6 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
How big is Braxon to his chest? Could he slide under that wardrobe?
No, I don't think you're that. I think you're too
Actually,
thick for that.
could I do it if I shrunk?
Maybe.
All right, I'll shrink down and see if I can get underneath. I can make myself 60% smaller.
I can reduce you too.
Well, let's see if I work
you
better.
cannot doubly reduce. You cannot doubly reduce.
You can shrink the wardrobe, couldn't you? You can shrink an object.
It's reduce person, not reduce object.
No, reduce works on objects. Enlarge works on objects too.
Really?
But you cannot damage an object through enlarging or reducing.
Oh, so it reduced to the very bare minimum of its joints.
Yeah, so like if you had a block of stone in a room and you enlarged it, even if you could get it, 100, get an additional, like double its size, if it can only grow to 50% size, it will only grow to 50% size. Like if growing larger than that, it would break the roof, kind of thing. All right, so how tall are you, Lafdul, normally?
Height is 4'11".
Well, don't forget you can lie down and crawl underneath. So
yeah,
I would do that first. Is short.
Yeah, I'm pretty small. Can I not do it anyway before?
So
I shrink?
you can reduce yourself by 60%, so to 40%. Yeah. All right.
Braxon says, "Do you want a rope tied to you?"
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you everyone else watches as Lafdul shrinks down to 2 feet in height, and yes, you would definitely be able to crawl under.
Nice.
Under. All right, he crawls underneath.
Okay. So you find yourself. You're just using infravision right now, correct?
I could use my dagger. I use a code effect. Or I could use Lightstone, I guess. But
Don't know if I said that I mean, you can use infravision. I'm just checking.
Yeah, I've got infravision. Or my cold dagger does give off a blue light.
Okay. But that's what you would want to use.
If I can't see anything with infravision, then I'll switch to my.
Well, you don't know
dagger.
yet.
I'll start off with infravision.
Okay. Okay, you find yourself in a corridor. Seems to run parallel to the.
Hey, there's a passageway back here.
To the wall.
I see if there's a lever to.
The stonework is very different, and at the same time, you can see that the stonework to your left now. No, you're right. I'm sorry. Is a lot newer than the stonework on your right.
I immediately start looking around for a very obvious lever.
Okay, there's a
really high up.
There is a torch sconce about 5 feet up on the wall. basically behind, like to your left as you come in, kind of thing, and
Can I pull that, or would I have to use a grappling hook at this height?
You would probably need to throw something. You're a little bit too small.
I use my grappling hook. Hang on, guys. I think I figured it out.
Do you have rope use?
No.
Okay. Give me
I
an
just
attack
got a
roll.
grappling hook and silk rope.
Now, give me an attack roll.
That. Oh god! Destroy the mechanism. An attack roll. Oh no! does the grappling hook land back on my head?
It does not land on your head, but everyone hears a tink and a clatter as a small metal object hits a wall and clatters down to the floor.
Can I attempt to climb up the wall partially with a climbing dagger? Just wedge it into the wall.
Sure. What's your climb walls check? Perfect.
With my armor, it's like really bad. It's like 40, I think. I think a dagger adds like 5.
Okay, well, check. Let me know.
Yes. Yeah. 45 with the climbing dagger.
Okay. Surprisingly, having shrunk yourself down, the stone seams seem to be well suited to your size, and your much tinier feet and fingers actually.
It's easier to grasp.
Find much better purchase in the cracks in the between the stones, and you are able to climb up to the iron torch sconce.
Can I weigh it down, pull it down?
You're gonna grasp onto it and try to pull it?
Yeah, and swing from it, I suppose.
You do so, and there is a surprisingly quiet grinding sound as the door.
Oh no! Do I get crushed behind the door?
No, because it opens into the wardrobe.
Oh, that's good.
But Higgimus and Braxon can easily hear it. No one else can.
Oh, I say a prayer to my deity for granting me that power to do that. As thanks.
Okay.
Braxon will open the wardrobe and stop the door shutting.
It doesn't shut.
No, this lever up here holds it open.
All right.
Do I once I let go, does it close?
Nope.
Yeah, it'll stay for as long as as long as it stays in this position. You might want to call Ockar down.
And Leva, I'm not sure if she came back down.
She did.
Okay.
Oh, can I smell anything? Because Tayan said he could smell something. I suppose now it's been brought to my attention.
No, well, I mean, you smell like musty air kind of thing. Although it's not as bad as you would have expected. You do not smell any creatures because you do not have the sense of smell that Tayan does.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna, while people are funneling for, I'm just gonna look around the corner, up down here.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh, is Higgimus having to squeeze in? Because this would be quite tight for him, wouldn't it?
It will be tight, but he can get in.
Oh, he's not frost giantsing it from either the other.
Has anything changed in any of the rooms now that the door is open, other than the door being open?
Not that you can see. Is anyone going up to get Ockar?
We leave Ockar behind. I assume someone would.
Ockar.
I did say someone go. Right.
Okay, Sinrae, what do you tell Ockar?
We got the secret door open. Do you wish to keep keeping watch, or do you wish to come with us?
I'll come with you guys. You need my sword.
Okay.
So I'll follow her down.
Okay.
Can Braxon check out this wall? Is this a door?
That's the wall that the torch sconce is on.
Ah, right.
No, I'm also going to look around there.
Okay.
Well, before he does anything else.
Okay, you see that the corridor does make a turn.
As people are... Is there anything above my... How tall is this corridor?
The corridor is about 7 feet high, so Higgimus is going to be, and it's pretty tight. So Higgimus is going to feel cramped, but he's not like he's got to hunch over a little bit, but not so much that he's not able to move.
We push him from the back.
Either Higgimus needs to go directly behind me, or because we're all blocked by him.
I mean, right now you're super tiny.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm fine with being in front, so I could just crawl under his legs, so to speak.
All right,
Just making myself smaller, shrink my
shrink your damage.
my damage.
Yeah.
want me
Lafdul
to
would
reduce
be dealing 60% less damage, so he's only dealing 40% damage with every physical hit.
All right. Well, in case I need it, I can always drink it. So.
Level's got a spell as well.
So
Yeah,
look
I
down
can
that
reduce
corridor.
you. I can also enlarge you if you want to. So, well, maybe not in here, but afterwards.
you would just enlarge him like 10%, so he'd be cramped.
But I have both. So, Higgimus, if you want them, I have both spells.
Is that...
Alright, so Lafdul, straight ahead, you see rubble blocking the far end of the corridor.
Is that man-made?
I'm sorry?
Is it man-made or natural causing?
Hard to say. It's probably, I mean, it's hard to say exactly how deep you are right now. Since, you don't have any dwarves with the party. But it could be an old collapse.
And this is why I wanted for you guys to play a dwarf.
Paved over or something like that. You can't tell. It seems pretty old. Also, about halfway down there is a turn to the right.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting for the rest of the party to catch up before I look.
Braxon's gonna press button 6 on the stick of many buttons and mutter something in Dwarven.
Wait.
What about this noise? What about this noise that some people heard?
It was the grinding sound of the door opening, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, it's just a mechanism.
Okay.
I'll look around the corner.
Hold on a second. So, Braxon, you are using your thing. Let me see what the...
If he's muttering something in Dwarvish, I'd probably hear that.
Yeah, it's... I mean, what are you muttering in Dwarvish?
He's probably going to be muttering the Dwarven word for...
For what?
For navigation, height, depth.
Oh no, it gives you depth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gives you depth and directs you magnetic north.
I guess where
so
am
you
I?
do not get a detection for magnetic north. It indicates to you that you're about 15 feet down.
Right.
From the surface.
So the thing Braxon muttered was 15 feet down. In Dwarven.
Now, Lafdul, as you're going down this corridor, you do definitely feel that it is sloping down.
I'm not too worried about that. What's in there?
Okay, so you peek around the corner, and you see a door. It looks fairly well made.
I search for traps while the party gathers up behind me.
Okay. Note that being 2 feet tall makes it not the easiest to search for traps right around the door. I should point out that it is impossible for people to change positions in here. You are in the order that you were before.
Higgimus was behind me.
Higgimus was
the very back,
Braxon was behind you.
Yeah, I thought Braxon was second.
All right, no, you can be whatever order you want.
No, they cannot be whatever order they want. They have to be the order that they were before.
Before the order was set.
Now they're standing on top of each other.
You might want to just give up on the whole order thing.
That's pretty
it might
important.
Be important if we get into combat.
I don't know where Leva was, but she was not second.
Yeah,
I think
Level was
Sinrae was
fifth.
at the back.
She was behind me.
I've been enjoying moving forward and seeing how long it takes other people to move forward. Right, Levan needs to go back.
I was behind Higgimus.
And I know Ockar
was in the-
I know Ockar was at the back. I don't remember where everyone else was. So, like that.
That was the order.
Okay. All right. So, Lafdul.
Braxon will come up a little bit and whisper to Lever, "You need to be lifted up."
You're whispering that to Leva?
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
Lafdul. Lafdul, sorry.
You can't see
I'll
Lafdul
probably.
right now.
Yeah. Oh, am I doing this? I wouldn't be doing this in room provision. I actually get a light still now. I got a light dagger.
Well, Braxon knows he might put his fingers around the top of a door frame and stuff.
Let me just do this.
Genius.
Oh, sigh. They're just gonna make fun of me now.
Oh man.
And you are speaking in a higher pitched voice now, because you're smaller.
Lafdul will return to his natural size in about a few minutes. I don't actually know how long reduce lasts.
I think that you would be able to eliminate that as will, since it's a granted power, and like technically there's generally not much. I mean, reduce is usually more of an offensive spell against other things, as opposed to a thing to use on yourself. So I think that you could
the thing
dispel
with my deity is that he likes to change his size.
Yeah, right. But since this is since it only
so it
works
doesn't
on
give you like a. So it doesn't give a dex bonus like it would in other editions?
No.
Okay.
I take more damage from, I think Higgimus would actually do triple damage against me now if he critted.
If he critted, yes, but it's only if he critted. It wouldn't you wouldn't normally take extra damage.
It's a bit weird to think of reduced person as not a useful buff.
It is useful. No. I mean, he would be like if you had reduced one of the giants, it would have been doing substantially less damage.
Plus, he won't be able to use his weapon anymore.
Right. That's the point. It's primarily for use against an opponent.
Yeah. So
that's the weird thing, because in later editions it's used on your thieves and stuff so that they can hit easier.
Well, okay, fair enough. Well, getting back to things, Braxon says to Lafdul, "Do you want me to make a stirrup so you can get higher up and search above the door or something?"
That would be he needs more stability than you could provide.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you got like a magical stool that clicks to Lafdul's mind. Maybe Levitt could store a stool in her bag holding transmutation.
Well,
a convenient stool. You can just pull one out when you need one. I mean, right now it would be very useful.
I can get down.
Don't you have your own bag? You have your own bags. You could throw it in there yourself.
1 foot.
I can get down on my hands and knees
and
while
it would
you
be reduced
while
as
you
well,
sit on
so.
my back.
I'll cast deep pockets on you, and you can put your stool into the pockets.
I would probably cancel my reduced self. And
okay, you want to do that?
Yeah, if I'm handicapped, then I would.
Yeah, you can't even reach the lock on this door, so.
All right, yeah.
All right, so you return to normal size, and search the area around the door, search the lock for any telltale signs of a trap, and you do not find any.
I see if the door's openable before I try to open locks.
Okay. You touch it. Are you using your the buckler
gloved
shield?
hand. Oh, no, I would not be.
Okay.
I don't think I would be, no. No, because my hand might be disarmed at the moment.
Oh, this is when the door eats your hand, and we find out if your hand regenerates.
Oh well. I'd be opening it with my right hand. My regen rings on my left hand.
Okay. So you touch the door, and there's a bright flash and a loud crackle as an electrical discharge slams
space
into your hand and up your arm, and you suffer 29 points of damage.
29. Ow.
29. Wow.
Jesus.
I'm down
You're
to
also-
6.
You're also thrown back against the far wall. It does not create a bolt.
I think I found the trap. I think it's
Can
disarmed
you
as well.
disable it?
I think I
think you
did
just-
disable it
With
by
six-
taking the trap.
you disabled
Braxton
it
goes
with a
forward to see
slide.
if Lafdul's okay.
Is that fire damage, electrical damage in this?
No, it's not fire. It's electrical.
I'll
Yeah, we
use
never
the cover
used
on
His palm is smoking. The center of the glove, the palm of the glove, is destroyed.
Oh, my silk glove's gone. Alright.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
the glove itself is not gone, just the palm.
Oh,
I
no,
can't
I'll
get you
replace it.
Lafdul.
I've actually got spares because I use it as a spoken bonnet as well.
I can't get you Lafdul, otherwise I'd heal you.
I'll regen in time. Thanks to this ring.
How about everyone lies down and they pass Lafdul over their heads?
No, I can just go to the side. Someone else can open that door. I think it's decided
Okay.
now because I took the trap.
Right. Can Braxon kick
Make
the
sure
door?
everyone else is up behind you or near you.
Well,
Is
stuck behind Higgimus.
If Braxon pushes the door with his foot, does it come open?
It does not.
Right. Let's see if it does that again.
Go on,
Uh,
Braxon,
what-
join the club.
Which way did you turn the door, Lafdul? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
He didn't get a chance to turn it the second he touched it.
Yeah, I thought detecting traps would include me touching the door. But...
Okay.
No, generally not.
Braxon's gonna put a finger on the door handle.
Nothing happens.
Right. He's gonna try turning the door handle.
Magic spent on me.
It turns, but it does not open. You think it's probably locked.
Is there a keyhole?
There is a keyhole.
Right.
Lafdul doesn't feel like opening a lock just this moment. I think
Looks
Sinrae
like we
can
need
have a go.
someone to. Well, either someone needs to come pick the lock, or I need to kick the door down.
I'll try. Am I in that bad a shape to open a door?
Your arm is definitely numb right now. That might pass in time, but it might affect your chance to unlock the door.
I say let Sinrae have a go first. It'll be about 10 minutes. That should give me enough time to recover, hopefully.
Okay, I will let other people pass each other. It's just that no one can pass Higgimus.
Yeah.
I will scoot up.
Okay, you gonna swap places there, Braxon and Sinrae?
Yeah.
Yes.
Squeeze around
Hey,
each
Sinrae,
other.
Yeah.
Sinrae's only 5, but she's
Yeah, just
Shift
imagine if
aside.
you
She's
tried opening
taller
the door.
than Lafdul. Remember that?
Oh,
and
God.
Braxon is not actually all that tall either. All right, Sinrae,
Yeah.
what was your chance to pick locks?
50.
Okay. You take a position, get out your lock picks, and start working on this lock. It seems easier going than the one upstairs, and after about 5 minutes, you hear a click as you believe you have unlocked the door.
Oh, good job.
Um,
You can take the next trap.
no, thank you. I think I'll leave the traps to you.
Yeah, you seem pretty competent. You got that door open.
I mean, you did a great job finding that trap. Like, good job.
Do I get a hit point back? Has it been 10 minutes? I don't know how long it took her to open the door.
5 minutes. It took her 5 minutes, so no.
Ugh.
She was just too fast.
While you're there, Lafdul, does that rockfall look like there's dust around it?
I will inspect rock pile while they're searching the room.
There is definitely dust.
Can I tell if it came from the roof as it's a cave in or?
You think it's pretty old, and no one has walked very close to this in a while.
Does that
About
look
5 feet
unstable?
away from it, the dust kind of dissipates to nothingness.
Can I listen for like running water? Because I know there's a well nearby.
There are too many people in armor around. You would definitely not be.
Can Braxon go past Sinrae and go back through that door?
I swear, Ockar walking around must sound like Steiner Final Fantasy 9. Blank, blank,
Probably
blank,
does.
blank, blank.
So, Braxon, you want to go open the door?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you two can swap places again.
Sinrae cautions him to be careful.
Lafdul's already took the brunt of the damage. What's the worst that could happen? The door
There
falls on
could be
him?
a tripwire.
Braxon will turn the handle, push the door with his foot, and then
If you're already holding the handle, what's the point?
the point is to not get attacked by a monster on the other side of the door.
I'm not sure that you could push the door with your foot while you're holding the handle. You'd have to push it open with your hand.
All right. Can he push it a bit with his hand and then carry on pushing it?
You put your shield in front of
you
you.
can do that.
Yeah, and then press button 1 on his stick to get a flaming sword so he can see.
Okay.
Our son.
Okay, so you turn the handle, start to open it just enough, and then let go and push it open with your foot. And you see a surprisingly...
oh God, what's that?
Surprisingly
dining table.
ornate room. Has a marble floor. There's a large polished wooden table. With some rather comfortable chairs surrounding it. On the table are a number of plates, and in the center is, on a large silver platter, what is clearly a human leg.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, we're dealing with cannibals.
Cannibals. Ugh.
In the back of the room is a large ornate bed with fine coverings, and in the far corner is a small cage, and there's a pile of rags or furs or something in that cage as well.
Oh, is that what 10?
Right.
Don't forget to check the walls as well.
Which way
the people?
Yeah. Which way did the door open?
It opened to your the hinges on the right.
Hinges on the right. So did it open all the way back here, or did it stop here?
You can't really, unless you kick it, and you were saying that you were like pushing it open. You've just pushed it, so it's about like 70% at a 70% angle kind of thing.
Braxon will push it as far as it'll go without sounding like the hinges are going to crack.
You basically have to like step into the room to
yeah, he'll step in and keep pushing the door.
Okay.
If there's something behind the door that wants to attack him, he's going to push the door onto it.
It seems to be pretty flush against the wall.
Right. Okay.
Sit on the chair.
Braxon will go this way then.
Okay.
So is there a creature in that thing then?
You'd probably have to get closer. You just see a pile of rags or furs or something like that.
Sinrae, could I get in there, please?
Braxon's going to try not to touch any of the chairs and move up to where the door is.
Okay.
Does it look like there's any windows or anything in this door?
No.
Does the leg still have a meat on it?
Yes.
How old does it look?
Probably.
Can I use healing proficiency to estimate?
You would probably guess that it was put out around lunchtime, maybe early afternoon. There's not a whole lot
fresh.
of meat left, and there are bones on the plates.
Can you tell if it's male or female?
You can't tell. No, it's. I mean, it's clearly like Meat has been carved off of it. It's just pretty obviously...
Alright.
I mean, it may not actually be human. It may be elven or half-elven or something like that. Probably not dwarven, halfling, or gnomish. And certainly not like a...
How long's the femur bone if we assume it's a leg?
I mean...
Alright, never mind. Don't worry. Carry on.
It's human-sized, so...
Yeah. Is Ockar moving up?
Male or female?
You can't tell.
Right.
Sinrae is going to very cautiously approach the cage.
Poke the cage.
You hear the sounds of something sleeping inside of it.
Sleeping. Despite all the noise we're making.
It must be a heavy sleeper.
Or it could be drugged.
Lever rattles the cage.
The door was pretty thick. And
Gonna wake it up.
so a lot of the sounds from outside may not have made it through. It could be magic could be involved. There could be a lot of other things as well.
Hopefully that's not someone in there with a leg missing.
Lafdul's like, oh, they just look like lovely chairs. I'm just going to sit down. I feel
Hello there. You
entirely
have one of my
knackered.
legs, please.
You're gonna sit in one of the chairs.
Yeah.
Okay. They are.
Lafdul's like,
They're quite comfortable.
yeah, he thought they'd be comfortable. You know, he's not into this superstitious chair-eating monster that Braxon keeps talking about.
Yeah, but you might want to check the letter that they're...
Check to make sure that nothing is chewing on your butt.
How bad of a
I'm
shape
sure I'd put up
Lafdul
much
seems
of a
to be?
fight.
Lafdul's in pretty bad shape.
Should I heal him?
That's up to you. It's up to him.
Do you want
I
me to
have
heal
healing
you?
spells, but I've reserved myself to not use them. I will just heal up naturally because of my ring.
How long would it take to use healing proficiency?
Perfect.
You could.
That's
You could.
something I forgot to do.
Yeah, you could try it. You can go ahead and use it.
Someone else bandaging me up for a change.
Braxon,
This is a nice change of,
Braxon
Change of
whispers.
pace.
yes, change of pace. That's what you say.
Braxon whispers, Lafdul, Solas, Sinrae. You know the people that are missing. Should we see if that cage contains a prisoner?
I think that's more of an
Yes.
animal.
That's an animal cage.
Who's in there? What's in there?
It's probably
Lever
whatever
tries to-
was eating the
Lever-
leg.
Lever wants to try and wake it up, whatever it is, but without opening the doors.
Oh, I know a way to wake it up without it
Yeah,
getting
we all
out.
know how to do
Poke
that,
it.
but
All right. So
It's
first
gonna
of
make
all,
a lot of noise.
Solus goes over to Lafdul and starts using some ointment on the electrical burn on his hand, and wraps some bandages around it. And Leva and Sinrae are the closest to the cage, so you're going to try to wake up whatever's inside there.
Yes.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
Hit it with your quarterstaff.
Well, can you describe the cage and what's inside, so we know what we're actually dealing with?
So as you're closing in, there's you can see the soft rise, and you don't know what's in there. There's either a it was just one hit point, Lafdul. It's either some strange creature that you can't make out its form. There also appears to be rags in there, or it's something underneath a fur.
Hmm. Sinrae, do you have a stick or something?
No,
I
I,
only
do
I have a-
not. I have my bow and I have my dagger.
You've got an arrow. An arrow would work.
Yeah, but
How-
I'll hand her an arrow.
I have a spear.
Well, that would be even better. Can we use it to just have a look to wake up the thing inside here?
The
How,
spear.
what are you gonna do? What do you?
Turn it around and use the back of the spear to nudge the whatever is inside
Fine,
the cage.
I'll go over with the long spear, turn around, and poke at the thing with the blunt end.
Well, I mean, she's there. She was talking about doing that. Do you want to, like, Leva?
I'll
would
do
you
it
have
for her
asked...
because he might not. I'm not sure if she can.
Well,
carry the
Leva, you
spear?
could
It's
ask.
heavy,
you-
right?
She could try picking. I mean, she can hold it and poke something with.
I'll
the
hand her
butt.
the
We are
spear.
strong. Sinrae can help me. Would you help me carry the spear?
The two girls are
Don't
just
need,
going off.
you don't
doing
need help
nothing.
carrying it. It's too
I'll-
heavy and
I'll
bulky
hand
for you to
level my-
use as a
I'll-
weapon, but
I'll
you can
hand level
poke
the
something
spear.
with it.
I'm
Anyway,
going to-
I take the spear, we turn it around, and we use the backside of the spear to nudge whatever is inside a bit.
Okay.
I'm
you
going to try to stop her and be like, just shift aside the blankets, the furs first. Let's see
Mhm.
what
See
we're
what it
dealing
is.
with.
too
Yes.
late. She's already decided that she's
It might
nudging.
be like a baby basilisk.
So you you nudge the sleeping form, and the fur the fur that's in there gets thrown back as whatever is under it starts flailing, lets out an ear-piercing scream, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Okay.
If it was a baby basilisk, I would drop my sword and use my gaze protection.
So when we'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll find out what is under that blanket. See you
Hopefully
shortly,
one of
everyone.
our missing people.
Yes,
That might be
hopefully.
your missing pet.
See you on the other side.
If only we had our animal expert.